And Yuzong to
Alright guys, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, perlawanan pertama tim Malaysia pasukan tim lelaki menentang Iran.
Alright guys, seperti korang saksikan dekat sini, wakil Malaysia kita ada Skies, ada Yum, ada Stormy, ada Lolil dan juga Momo guys yang mewakili untuk bermain di Iesf di Kuala Lumpur kali ini, WEC 2025. Jadi untuk pengetahuan korang, semua KOL ataupun restreamer tidak dibenarkan untuk restream guys info kembali. Restream Iesf ni tak tahu kenapa tak bagi Jadi saya dapat sediakan video je untuk korang saksikan. Taknya ada trade off kat sini. Masuklah kita saksi korang.
Again, explosive coming in from both sides, and now Momo taking a bit of damage, but small lead for Malaysia because Skies was the one that has taken away the beetle, like you said. So just a small advantage. But I feel like as long as Iran as well as Malaysia, they don't extend anything further, it's basically even. Even if you look at the goal lead, there's basically nothing there just yet. The fact that Stormy was not able to go crazy, get a bunch of kills, that's pretty impressive coming in from Iran.
Menggasak. Bantuan daripada Stormy tidak terkena bisa hero.
Was able to bring Momo down low, but he is the Uranus, so he's going to heal back up, no problem. Runs the Brave Smite. So these chip damage are only going to stop him for so long. You need to call in a gank, and preferably when your Hayabusa is level 4, which he is right now, but unfortunately Turtle has spawned.
But Iran, they need to slow it down just a little bit.
Pertama telah muncul bisa hero lepas tu tidak terkena.
He has the yin yang overturn, so now they can actually fight it up. But as I say that, Kesa, his HP has been dropped down quite a bit, so it looks like both teams, they're not going to be contesting the turtle just yet, making sure that they do their due diligence, get the buff, get your levels in, and then actually contest. Lucian is, if he has a big yin yang overturn, Iran could actually win this turtle fight.
Betul, masih lagi tarik tali. Momo menzoning Yuzong tadi. Ini Haya juga. Alright, Black Dragon Form juga telah dibuka mencari Skies. Skies digasak bersama Ying Yang overturn daripada Kagura. Skies menjadi tumbangkan. Turtle menjadi dapatkan oleh Hayabusa. Terus walkway hanya untuk melarikan diri.
And this is why we say, this is why the draft coming in from Iran is very scary. And we talk about this before we even started the game. Decisiveness. How decisive can you be in the calls around the turtle, around the Lord? And Iran was decisive. They had the right
Tapi betul lah guys, kata caster kalau ikut draft ni, draft Iran sedap.
And Skies paid for that. Yeah. He died, Malaysia lost the turtle, and now Iran has the advantage in terms of kills, the turtle, and gold.
And a lot of times the game of Mobile Legends is really decided on the most incremental, the most minuscule things. And we talk about the early rotation from Skies, right? It didn't end up paying off, and sure, he got a kill, he stole a beetle away, but he fell behind in experience because he couldn't interact with his purple buff. Iran is now.
Alright, nampak gayanya Malaysia cuba mengasak di bahagian ESP lane, cuba numbangkan Yuzong. Bisa hero masuk. Yuzong menjadi tumbangkan. Skies hampir ditumbangkan.
Finally Malaysia gets something in return.
Able to get Enders here. But so far, I gotta say, Runway on this Hylos has been absorbing the pressure that Stormy is trying to instill on the team, almost forgetting how much punishment the Hylos can really take, making it so that Stormy is not able to move around the map as comfortably as he wants. Now, this is going to be the deciding factor here. The upcoming turtle.
Avatar Guardian, Dragon Form juga telah digunakan oleh Yuzong untuk melarikan diri. Berjaya mengelak untuk mati. Satu reflect yang baik daripada Enders.
Which is up in 20 seconds, and that's going to put Malaysia in a slightly more comfortable position.
Yeah. The only question is, what are you going to go for? Malaysia, do you actually want to fight? As in, like, get the kills? Or do you want to contest for that turtle? Because I kind of feel like the threat, in case Iran is able to extend the fight.
Zaman Force, Lolials dibantu oleh Yum. Tiga juga telah digunakan oleh Arid. Dah kening juga telah digunakan oleh Lolial.
I feel like that's probably a net positive for Fullet, right? You get two members of Team Malaysia on you, and
Betul, sekarang ni ditarik oleh Momo.
But since Lolial had to use the Darkened Form, so he's it's not going to have that burst damage to solo kill you afterwards. As Turtle spawns, Sakai works
Early
on
tarik
the
oleh
case.
Skies.
Yeah, it looks like both gold laners will not be rotating towards the turtle. Stormy does have that enchanted talisman now. Looking at turtle,
Zero.
below half HP. Aesa runaway is
Shadow.
there.
Oh,
Runaway
Hayabusa
uses
tangkap.
the watch
Sky
out.
dia mendapatkan
Skies gets
turtle.
it.
The taunt also helps Sakai out for the objective. Runaway would just have to
Heavy
use
juga telah
the
dibuka.
carpet to get out of that. The glorious pathway. Not that glorious in that situation. Again, we did talk about Ender's not having the Black Dragon form, so it's pretty hard to interact with Malaysia in that situation. Iran, though, not taking any losses, and I think that's good enough, right? You know when to really fall back and not give Malaysia more than they have gotten. And that's translation to the bottom lane, and let's see what Iran wants to do about this.
That is very important in competition not to get too excited where you start
Alright.
making mistakes.
Oh,
And
dia
now
kalau
speaking of which,
4-4 macam ni
this is
kan,
very
rotasi
even
dia
for
macam
both
lebih
teams
kurang kan.
here, Husky. Both
Dia orang tak engage
Malaysia
guys, dia akan
are
berundur cari ruang lain lagi
each when
guys.
it comes to the goal
Daripada
difference
Malaysia
drop,
geng.
only around 400, 500, so not that big just yet.
Oh.
Stormy gets it.
Stormy jadi tumbangkan oleh ultimate Hayabusa.
Great juggling. Kesa finds a solo kill on the Stormy. That's a second death on the Selena. And one of the cons about this hero, for all the pros that she provides, is that she's pretty slow on the income, right? Not the best at clearing waves, not the best at earning gold. And if she falls behind too much, she becomes a secondary support for the team. And Kesa getting his second kill, that's great for Hayabusa.
Yeah, Iran right now, what they really want to do is to secure. I mean, it sounds weird to say, but they want to secure the
Arrow,
outside
kena.
turrets as fast as they can. Like you said, Stormy on the Selena doesn't clear minions all that fast. So if they're able to get that kind of momentum, getting especially the mid turret.
Oh, zaman force sudah boleh dibuka oleh Harit. You hanya
Malaysia's going to suffer a lot with this kind of drive. This
mengacau
is not the kind of drive
saja.
that you can comfortably come back on.
Dipancing kat situ.
It's very mechanically intensive, right? It asks a lot from you, from the players individually, though Malaysia did get the bottom tier 1. I was worried that they're going to miss that timing because Philip Flicker just came back up. Either way, 1.5 KD from Team Malaysia.
Skies
Even
datang.
though it's just a 1 kill difference, but we are looking at almost the same objective, same turtle.
Oh, Motor Shocker nampak gayanya. Yum.
In terms of getting
Cuma numbangkan Hyla. Hyla sudah ditumbangkan oleh Sky. Zaman force juga telah dibuka. Kagurang buka Ying Overturn. Dia masih lagi hidup. Ada AOG. Loliel menggunakan flicker melarikan diri. Loliel bakal dicari. Kagura menjadi tumbangkan oleh Momo. Nampak gayanya Hayabusa menjadi tumbangkan. Skies. Masih lagi hidup. Hanya tinggal Yuzong saja. Habis Hero tidak terkena. Rap juga tidak terkena.
At least we can say that both
Oh,
teams are
Momo.
not shy from a
Ingin lebih.
fight. And now Stormy wants to go in. Ender's able to get some HP from the shot residue.
Betul.
Now Malaysia having 2,000 gold advantage, able to turn things around. And I feel like one of the factors is Enders was not able to fully utilize the Black Dragon form by getting as much people as he want with the Furious Dive, as well as he went in with half HP. So I feel like it could have been a
Betul
lot
mudah
better
didapatkan
coming
oleh
in from
Skies.
Iran. They forced it out a little bit, but you can see it could definitely have worked out in their favor.
And Enders continues to receive
Oh,
pressure
Yum.
from Team Malaysia. They really
Bersama
want that top
Stormy
tier 1
menggasak
and eventually will
bahagian
get it.
atas mendapatkan tower.
Early on, I did say it comes down to the most minute of details. Philip didn't have Zaman Force in that fight because he used it earlier on when Yunes was putting pressure as they were taking that bottom tier 1.
3,400 gold lead.
That would have been a
Oh,
win.
Hayabusa
Maybe
cuba mencari
would
Stormy.
be exchanged. Just have to flicker though. So Stormy gets out. 3.5 KD for Team Malaysia. And the pressure is now
Shocker.
on. Mountain Shocker gets
Malaysia.
used. Midwave gets cleared up. But the jungle
Zoning
taken over by
4
Malaysia.
bahagian tak mendapatkan
Around 8
mid.
minutes here.
Akan tapi
It's
tidak.
really all about resource management because you want to make sure that you
Oh, Momo
get all
cuba mencari
turrets.
Hayabusa.
Oh, looks like
Avatar
AOG doesn't
Guardian.
have anyone.
Runaway will
Momo berada di hadapan menzoning
Arrow connects onto
3 orang.
Enders. Not a problem there. The damage dealers from Malaysia aren't really in position. But Momo now has the liberty to basically frontline
Black Dragon
this
form telah
forever.
digunakan oleh
Black Dragon
Yuzong.
form gets used.
Oi!
There is the petrify.
Apa benda siap? Loliao! Dah kena di saat yang salah. Mudah ditumbangkan.
Shouldn't be hard for Malaysia to back off, but it's definitely a hefty price to pay.
Yeah, Lolio got caught in a trap where Iran was waiting for anyone to go in. And then again, this is why it's nice to have an on-click stun, where
Yeah.
if the Hyla sees you, he's just gonna stun you up. And then as a mage, you don't have a lot of HP, right? You don't need everything from Iran to take it down. But the thing is, at least Lolio is alive for the
Stormy
upcoming war.
membeli
This is,
gold wing.
I would say the first Lord isn't super oppressive, but still, in a very high-stakes tournament like this is going to be very, very important. So both teams, they got to make sure that the battle spells is up, the ult is up. I would say especially for Iran, because between both teams, I feel like Iran is more ult dependent compared to Team
Alright, lot telah muncul. Ni mungkin ada perangan. Kongsi juga telah dibuka. Nampaknya High Loss sedikit offside. Berjaya dijumpai. Loyal cuba members. ABC Hero juga terkena. Cantik. Daripada Stormy gabungan. Momo hanya menzoning 3 player di belakang. Mudah.
Maybe Kesa can find a cheeky angle. He does see Loliel. Brilliance.
Boleh juga telah menggunakan Brilliance.
So no more shadow kill.
Oh, AOG sudah tak ada shadow. Cantik. Pembacaan skill yang baik daripada Malaysia. Flicker yang gunakan Skies masuk. Mountain Shocker tidak terkena. Flicker yang dilakukan cubaan outplay Shanshin tidak berjaya ke atas Skies. Hero kena. Revert Life menyelamatkan Harit.
Right now, Iran, they were like Runaway already died, and the fact that they tried to fight still was very, very dangerous, especially coming in from Kesa. He is one of the main leaders of the team. He has to choose his targets correctly. I feel like if he got onto Skies, it would have been worth it.
Mudah dapatkan. Glory buff juga telah dibuka. Momo.
He might get caught again here, but able to get away with the use of the ult. So no fight is gonna go through. Malaysia secures the Lord.
This is also one of the few, I would say, things with having a high loss, because once you start realizing that you are not as durable as you were 3 minutes ago, that's where the problem starts, right? Because no one else
macam map sendiri guys main.
that Malaysia is dishing out.
Gitu je guys.
If your high loss is getting melted
Dia
like
tahu
butter,
bila nak ambil damage,
then you have
bila
a
nak
secondary
keluar.
problem. Then maybe the plan B is just catch the course of the
Oh,
backline,
nampaknya High Loss bakal jadi tumbal lagi kat sini. Mudah ditumbangkan kerana ada burst Lunox. Busa Shadow cuma dapatkan buff jadi dapatkan oleh Hayabusa.
Yeah, but I gotta say, just be happy with what you got. I would say they don't have the best wave play. Or
AOG tidak terkena pada Yum.
They actually want to go for this Malaysia.
Black Dragon form juga telah dibuka.
Black Dragon form out. That is more than enough if you are Malaysia. You did say that Iran is a lot more out dependent. Black Dragon form.
Batu dulu guys Uranus ni.
Fight and the Lord crashing in. This is bad news.
Yeah, but all the while, Kesa is waiting in the back. Stormy might know.
Masuk.
Stormy should have vision
Dia
here.
mencari position.
They know.
Oh, Hayabusa.
You
Jadi tumbangkan gabungan Stormy dan juga Skies.
It's going from bad to worse. Maybe Fulip will be able to change it around, but Yums is just punching him in the face. Goes to pretty much healthy. 4v5 Malaysia.
Dia arrow terkena.
The arrow connects on the Fulip, and that's the
meninggal guys.
member of Iran that needs to go down. Fulip somehow
Brilliant.
stays alive, but not Lucian though.
Zero.
This one does connect. Enders
Zong down, Stormy down, AOG daripada Yum. Crystal beri fokus oleh Yum. GG guys. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, game pertama dimenangkan oleh Malaysia. Nice try untuk Iran. Jadi guys, korang jangan lupa untuk like, comment, share bagi pendapat korang pasal game pertama. Yang paling penting jangan lupa subscribe guys. We're gonna see you guys on the second game. Let's go. Sama-sama kita doakan pasukan Malaysia yang dihantar.